everyone, who's ready for our live stream today? It's my first live stream from Bangkok and I just finished a call literally 30 seconds ago. So hopefully the setup is working and I didn't get a chance to properly test it. Can you all hear me okay? Let me know in the chat and let me know how your weekend is going. I'm thinking of doing my live streams more on a Saturday because then that might be more, friendly for across time zones than a Friday. So let's get started. So today we are going to be looking at your open source projects. Okay, thank you all for being here. Let's give some shout outs. And like I said, hopefully my audio is okay. I'm not wearing a mic today, it's just using the laptop mic. Let's have a look. We've got Praduma. Praduma, thank you so much for joining. I think you're the first here. We got Saptashi, thank you so much. Krish, Chrissy, Harsh. Awesome. Okay, everyone, and Rahul. Perfect. Okay, let's get started. So, as always, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the oldest submitted projects first, and then for the first half, and then for the second half, we're going to review your project. So make sure you've submitted it, because then you can put a number in the chat. Because you can't put a link, YouTube will remove the link, the message. So this is our EdiHub community. Hopefully you've all joined already. Let me know in the chat if you are part of EdiHub or not. Just say yes or no. If you say no, why not? You should be. Okay, and why should you be? Well, because it's just the most awesome community because of all you awesome people. So go to our support repo. We have almost 600 issues. Wow. Okay, but we are going to filter. These should have been closed actually. Add to API. There might be an issue with those. It is an issue of an issue. There might be a bug. Those should have automatically closed. Okay, I need to have a look at fixing that. But for this live stream, we're going to filter by live stream review. You can see we've got GitHub profiles, we've got open source projects, we've got various things. Link-free review. I forgot that we had link-free review as well. So that's quite exciting. But we're going to go right to the end, page 22. So let's have a look. I think Sarah's doing a photo behind the scenes. Sarah, can you do a little video clip as well? I can use that on Twitter later. So here's some oldish ones. They are quite old. Is everyone following along in the chat? Okay, we've got some more people joining. Tim, awesome to be here. Abhijit, hope I pronounced it right. Sansar, great. Yes, awesome. You're all part of EdiHub. Great. Have you given the video a thumbs up as well? Okay, let me... let's pick the oldest one. I think this one didn't have a link last time. I should probably close it. Yeah, there's no GitHub link, so I'm just going to skip it. And let's have a look. No GitHub link. Let's skip it. I'll have to search for a GitHub link, but I don't want to do it on live stream now. Again, although that's a GitHub kind of URL, I'm not going to search for it. Let's keep going. Oh, we've got a few of these. I think I must have skipped them last time. Okay, here we go. We've got a GitHub profile. I want your feedback as well, right? We want to share the feedback from different perspectives. It's really important. So let me put this in the chat. Here we go. Dean, long time no see. I was just on a call with Dean for the EdiHub ambassadors. Yeah, thanks, Dean. Dean, get some rest. Don't forget you've got another call in a bit as well. We've got some more people joining. Awesome. Arina, Aditya, Arjun. I hope I pronounced that okay. Perfect. Okay, let's have a look. So this profile, what's your first impressions? I think it looks good. I think the writing's a bit squished over here, in my opinion. They've probably done that to kind of keep the image the same height as the writing. But I don't like this on 2 lines personally. I think it should be kind of like 1 line. Just my thoughts. They've got a nice arty photo, but that's probably maybe more for Instagram. I think it's good to have like your face. I think just people find it so much more personal. Like I get so many DMs, but I'm more likely to reply to a DM, for example, if it's their face, they look like a real person and so forth. But they're part of the EdiHub community. Yes. Have they got it on their profile? And they've got it on their profile as well. Extra points for that, for sure. They've got the tools that they use, and they've grouped it into sections, which I think is really good. Really nice. It's their blogs. So this might be automated by GitHub Action, which would be pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of these widgets, but they've got kind of just 1 line of widgets, so it's not too bad. And they've got a contributor graph that is broken, so maybe someone can raise an issue for that or give some feedback. I'm not a big fan of profile views. I don't think they're that great. And they've pinned 6. I would say with a longer profile like this, maybe pin 4. and maybe they've got no code reviews, so maybe do a bit more code reviews. What do you all think in the chat? Let's have a look. Bonus point. Let's have a look. Hey, Koalia's here. Koalia, how you doing? Long time no see. We've got C is here as well. Bonus points, definitely. Hey, Produma, just on the call with Produma as well, with the ambassadors call. I was hoping to schedule that, to post that tweet before the live stream, between the call and live stream, but there wasn't time, so I'll have to do that afterwards. Hey, Adash as well. Cool. Attended my session coding on Discord. I want to do more coding sessions on Discord. I've got some interesting features I want to do on Linkfree, and I want to do those pairing with all of you. So we should do more of those soon as well. Cool. Loads more people joining. Awesome. Great to have you all here. Absolutely love it. I love it how you're all chatting to each other in the chat as well. That definitely makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. So thank you all so much. Okay, so any thoughts on this? They've got their social badges as well, which I think is really good. But I think it looks good. Got a description about what they do. They follow people, got followers. They've got their time zone, which I think is always useful and important, so people can know. So let me write some of that down. Let me see. I love it how other people have given feedback as well. So I'll say looks great, reviewed on live stream, reviewed on live stream. I'm gonna look at the chat in a second and see what your thoughts and suggestions are as well. Some suggestions. So what did we say? The image could be smaller, giving more space for the text. Just looks a bit squished. And that looked all pretty good. Contribution graph didn't work. Contribution graph doesn't seem to work. And what else have we did? Oh, pinned. Didn't we say? What do you think about pinned? Is 4 a good number? I think 4 is kind of 2 or 4. I think reduce pinned repos to 4. I think 6 is just too many options for people. And then yeah, code reviews. Try to do some code reviews. I think that's pretty good. Okay, I want to close that and we can move on to the next one. Let me check the chat and see what you all said. Let's have a look. I prefer text. I'm not able to join EdiHub. Why not? You should join EdiHub. You can join us on GitHub, organization, and also on Discord. Yeah, I'm catching up with the chat. I'm a bit behind. There's a bit of delay as well, but yeah, you should definitely join. Let us know. What part of EdiHub can you not join? Is it the GitHub or the Discord? Let us know, and hopefully someone can help. Update locations to from country to specific city. Yeah, that's a potential one. I like that. I think city's quite. It's not too specific that it's like you feel your privacy is being exposed, but it's a bit more specific than country. I agree. That's a good suggestion. I put the issue link in the chat. I don't know if you want to add that as your own comment. Oh, they might have removed issues. Interesting. If they've removed issues, just put it in the issue that they submitted on the support repo on EdiHub, and they'll get the notification. Okay, cool. 4 is a good number. Thanks, Produma. Dark Produma is also here to help as well. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So next up, that was this one, I think. No, it was the one afterwards. Yes. Okay. Let's go. So GitHub profile again. Okay. Let me paste that in, and let's have a look. Look, see, that's I think a really good profile picture. It looks professional, but it's kind of fun. I think that looks great. I think it's a really good idea. They've got their name there, which is really good, especially when their username is kind of something that's a bit more fun, but doesn't look so professional. So it's good that they've put their name there. In terms of location, I know that's fun. I think I have a real location on mine. At one point, I had like 0.0.0.0, like localhost. But I think having a location is important. It really helps. So definitely make use of that feature. And now you can actually add other social links as well to that too. And they're part of EdiHub. So again, extra points. Our organization is 000, but my profile specifies where I am. This looks good. Open source gallery. What does that do? Does it go to repositories? Oh, it goes to website. Okay. They've got a busted image here, so I might need to say that. Broken image under open source gallery. Connect with me, looks really good. Technologies, languages, my experience looks good. Maybe a little bit too much on these kind of widgets. I don't know, what do you all think? I mean, A+, I've only ever seen this say A+. Like, I've never seen it. No matter how busy or active or not active the profile is, always says A+. I once used most language used, but because I've been on GitHub for so long, it had languages that I no longer work with, so I can remove that. And your recent activity, again, there's a lot. I would say remove that. If you didn't have very much on your profile, then maybe add it. But this is good. My latest blog post, I think this looks good. This should be like higher up, in my opinion. This is where you want to kind of get more attention on there, I think. Otherwise, it looks good. And then have an even number, I think, on the pinned ones, 2 or 4. I think 3 is not kind of wasting that space. What do you all think? Let me see in the chat. What have we got? But when you try and join EdiHub, in what way? On what platform? On Discord or on GitHub or somewhere else? I had mine down to superb until recently. Hey, awesome to have you all here. Love it that more people are joining. Okay, let's have a look. You don't like widgets? Yeah, I think I used to like them, but now everyone has them and they're overused and they kind of, the data they show isn't very useful, I think, anymore. So yeah, I'm interested to see. Everyone, let me know in the chat if you like widgets or you don't like widgets, or you're in the middle and 1 or 2 widgets is okay. Let us know in the chat. I'd be curious to know where that falls. Okay, let's write some of this down. So we said broken image, but it does look good. They've got some organizations. I think it's nice to have at least one organization and potentially like 1 row. I think any more than 2 rows is just way too much. It sounds like you're collecting organizations. So experience is good. Suggest removing stats and recent activity, so that we can get the blog posts higher up, so that blog posts are higher. I think that's important. And then maybe we said pin an even number, pin even number of repos, like 2 or 4. I think it's pretty good. They've got a bit of code reviews. I think if you can try and get like each corner of this contributing graph into double figures, so at least 10% on each corner, I think that's pretty good. I think I need to work on mine. Let's have a quick look. I'm saying all this and I probably don't do it myself. I do try. Let me see, what have I got? Code reviews has gone up. Pull requests is almost in double figures. Okay, 9%. My goal this month is to get it into 10%. So I'm gonna try. Otherwise, I think it's a good profile. Looks good. So let me close that. Next up, we have. Okay, it's a profile again. Okay, and you can see the community is already giving feedback. That's why it's important to submit yours. You can get different perspectives as well. Okay, so what have I missed in the chat? Can we create a poll for widgets? That's a great idea. Praduma, you're a mod on YouTube. Can you create it or do I have to do it? Hey Chai, how you doing? Yeah, locations, yeah, really good. Let's create a poll on widgets. Let's do a poll. Everyone stay tuned. I think I'm gonna have to create a poll. I've got YouTube open already. Here we go, add poll. Start a poll. Do you like widgets? Question mark. Let's go. What do you think is going to win? I think it's going to be the answer to be yes. I think more people will prefer widgets. So let's see. So poll is up. Great suggestion. By the way, everyone, can you give the video a thumbs up? Really helps support the channel and it costs you nothing. Okay. Yes, definitely create a profile. I have a free course. The link should be in the description below, where it will have videos and text and quizzes and examples for you to customize your GitHub profile. So go check that out. I've got YouTube videos on it as well, but that course kind of steps you through it, teaches you Markdown, teaches you a little bit about GitHub Actions if you want to do some automation on your profile. Light touch, it's short, it's like 45 minutes, I think, kind of course. Like I said, it's completely free, so feel free to use it. More people joining, awesome to have you here. Hey Sadat, hopefully I pronounced that okay. I'm so bad. Oh, okay, you can't create polls. I've done it, so hopefully it's okay. How is the score going in the poll? 53% yes, said yes so far. And I did say yes would win, I think. And we've had 15 votes. Okay, let's go for a few more. Okay. Right, let's get back to reviewing this. It's got just a widget. I mean, again, I'm not a fan of widgets, but if you've got nothing else there, you're not sure what to put, then having a widget is something, I suppose. Because the great thing is by starting a customized profile, no matter how small, even if it's just one sentence, now people can raise issues, they can make suggestions, they can raise pull requests. It's just a repo. So just make sure you have that special repo that allows you to customize it, even if it just says hey with the waving hand. That's a great place to start. Again, this is quite a fun picture. I like it. I know they're turned to the side, but it's still, it feels like a real person, which I think is the goal that we're trying to do. You can really relate to that. I like it how their username is their name. I know a lot of people can't do that because it might already be taken, but as close as you can. So they've got their location. I don't know if that would, if they're using link free, I don't know if that would become a valid location because of the /. So maybe look to see if it works on Google Maps or something like that. And they're not part of EdiHub. Okay, I just cried a little bit. They're not part of EdiHub yet. And they've got one pinned repo. So let's leave some points. So let's say join EdiHub. We've got a little wink, that's kind of a joke. Or maybe I put that at the end. And we should say maybe pin a second repo. Try to pin even number of repos. What else have we got? What are all your thoughts? They seem fairly active on GitHub. Maybe a bit more on code review side. Try to do more code reviews. And don't forget, you don't have to be a maintainer on a project to do code reviews. You can do it even if you're just a contributor, which make sure it just adds value. Don't just approve it or reject it. Just make sure you give some feedback. Otherwise, I think it looks okay. Learning and creating. Maybe put a bit more on that side. Maybe add learning and creating what I think would be useful. Maybe add a bit more to your description. What are you learning and creating? Okay, awesome. Let's close that one. Let's have a look. What else have we got? We've got a repo. Okay, it's our first repo of this live stream. So let's have a look. What have we got? Hey Carl, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Oh, did Praduma say hey Graham? Let me scroll up a little bit. Graham's here as well. Okay, awesome. And Yashraz is here as well. Awesome to have you here. Okay, cool. Minus 100 points for not joining EdiHub. They can get the 100 points back if they join. Thanks everyone for joining. Wow, almost 30 people here. How many thumbs up have we got? Hopefully we have almost 50 thumbs up as well. Great to see you all saying hi to each other in the chat. Absolutely love that. Krisha is here since the beginning, but keeping a bit quiet, I guess recovering from the maths exam as well. Abhishek, hi, how you doing? Okay. Right, what shall we do? Grammar error under this sentence. Oh, okay, interesting. Is that on the previous one? Maybe there's a bit of delay on the stats widget, so it must be the profile. I'll let you add that, and I will continue on this. Good spot, Chrissy, and I'll add this to. I'll let you add it to the issue, and I will continue with this repo review. Okay. Right. So, what do you all think about this repo? 135 stars. That's pretty impressive. Like that's hard to do. So I think that's great. What jumps out to me is this red cross here. So their last commit failed a GitHub action. So, and they've only got one branch, so maybe they want to use a pull request in a separate branch, and maybe want to get that fixed. It hasn't been fixed since November the 3rd, so maybe it's kind of the project isn't active anymore. Using master branch, which shows maybe the repo was started a while ago, 2 years ago, because it now defaults to main. They have got tags, which is great. I always suggest if you're not using packages, then to hide it. Like any feature on GitHub, if you're not using it, hide it. You can always bring it back later when you're using it. They've hidden wiki, which is great because they're not using it. Cool. They got some badges. I'm not sure if that badge is correct or not. But they've got documentation, they've got contributing, they've got quite a extensive README, which looks good, which we're not going to go through completely. I always recommend going to Insights, and let's have a look at community standards. They've got no code of conduct, they've got no contributing file. I think those are quite important. Issue template and pull request template are helpful, but are not urgent. No pull requests have been raised yet. Maybe they have no issues. There's not really many issues, so they were probably just working by themselves, kind of just pushing to the default branch. I highly recommend even raising issues for yourself and pull requests, because then someone can go review your work. Try and keep a pull request open for like at least a day or so if you can, while you're working on something else, and then someone else might have a look at it. And if you want people to come and discover your project, then you need issues, because that's what they search for on GitHub. So have issues, have labels. I think that's super important. No worries, Krish. I know you're busy doing lots of stuff. Yeah, me too. You're right. That red cross right at the top. You want that green tick, I think, is important. Hey, Jaya. No, not delete the repo. Did I say repo? Hey, it's kind of late here in Thailand. I didn't mean delete the repo. I don't think I said that. Did I really say that? Maybe I should do a short live stream today if I'm saying that. Hey Zaid, awesome to have you here. Awesome, glad you added your profile. Cool. Please don't delete your repo. To turn off the feature, the GitHub feature, so packages, if you're not using packages, turn off the packages. You can always add it later. Did I really say repo? Someone please tell me in the chat. Otherwise, maybe I shouldn't do live streams so late, but GMT +7, I need to do them later in the evening. Okay, let me leave some of these comments, then we can get on some of your projects and profiles soon, because it's already almost 30 minutes into this live stream. So what were our suggestions? So fix failing GitHub action on the latest commit, hide packages and other GitHub features not being used. You can always bring those features back later, not the repo. Never delete repos, just keep them. Even if they're not active, just archive it, keep it there, keep it public. It's your story, it's super important. Suggest using issues with labels to get more contributors. I think that's really important. Otherwise, it looks good. Maybe a screenshot in the README, possibly a screen. Even if it's a terminal, everyone loves a screenshot or animated GIF. Screenshot or animated GIF in the README. Even if it's terminal, I think it's great. Right, let's move on to the next one. Did I miss anything in the chat? Let's have a look. Okay. How to contribute to open source as a beginner. Right now, you can get started. Shameless plug. Let's go to just the EdiHub org. And if you go to the EdiHub community and you view, it will be public as you, so make sure you view it as public. You'll see steps to getting started. You'll be contributing to open source literally today, and you have multiple contributions. It takes you through which repos to get started with to practice the workflow, and then more difficult, I'll say more difficult, but more challenging contributions like Linktree, and then you've got my free course on customizing your GitHub profile as well. So go check this out. I'll leave this open if I need to refer back to it. Okay, what's up next? We've got this one. We've got a profile from Elena. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, looks good. I love the colors match between the banner. I'm terrible at this. I'm so keeping it on brand and consistent. I'm really bad at this, but I love it how the background of the profile picture and the back and the banner, the coloring is like the color profiles are the same, which look really good. And you can see the person's face. Like I said, it's always great and important. They've got a description, which I think is awesome. Location we spoke about, Twitter. They're part of EddieHub, so that's cool. EddieHub's almost at 4,000 members. Awesome. So yeah, and a bit about themselves, which I think is great. They got their socials, technology and tools they use, and again, A+, always A+ with these widgets. Suggest removing the widget. Otherwise, yeah, it looks good. What do you all think? Let me have a look at the chat. What have I missed in the chat? Graham lurking. But hopefully that answers your question. Have a look at that guide and then come back and ask in the help channel in EddieHub Discord if any specific questions, and we can definitely help with that. Krish, you're always bullying me, but you're always super supportive as well. So, and it worked. Oh no, did I fall for it? See, it's late. I'll fall for it. You all need to support me. I need help. How much should you know? Whatever you know now is more than enough. If someone knows nothing about tech or the project, they can really bring a fresh perspective, and that adds so much value. So use that to your advantage. You need to know 0. You need to know like how to create a GitHub account, which is just register for free and an email address, and you need to know how to use a browser. And that's it. Just go click around, raise bugs, raise questions, raise ideas. You borrowed the banner dimensions from mine. Okay, cool. I'm trying to forget about those. Don't remind me about those. Thank you. I'm a fan of all of yours as well. I have they don't even need the basics of Git and GitHub. I have a full video on this on my YouTube channel. I'm going through GitHub, but they don't even need to know that. On GitHub, you can't really make any mistakes. If in doubt, just click the button and try it. The worst case is you create some notifications for somebody, but it's not so bad. Okay, let me make some notes on these. But what are your thoughts on this profile? Someone said a dev card. I'm not too fan on those dev cards and widgets and stuff. But how's the poll doing? The poll must be done by now. It's been going for 13 minutes. We've got 44 votes, and 70% said you'd like widgets. Wow. Okay. I've only got 30 thumbs up. Who hasn't given the video a thumbs up yet? Come on, give the video a thumbs up. Trust me, it'll cost you nothing. 70%. Okay, interesting. I'm going to keep the poll up for a little bit longer. Okay, let me make some of these notes as well. Let's have a look. So some suggest, what did we say? I've forgotten what we said. They've joined EddieHub. Oh yeah, suggest removing the widgets. Maybe remove the widget. And then popular repos haven't pinned any. Maybe you could pin 2 or 4 of your favorite repos. I think that's better than picking your popular ones, and it's 6, which is a bit much. But otherwise, yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, move on to the next one. Let me close that one. What have we got next? Actually, we've been going for 30 minutes. Let's jump over onto some of your issues. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it looks simple and clean. It looks really, really good. Really mental. Hey Zaid, great question. Yes, I do. We have a public speaking channel in EddieHub, and I do Twitter Spaces. We do Discord calls, community calls once a month as well. We're planning to potentially do those more with community run. Again, for people to practice just giving themselves an intro, talking about their stand-up, their day. Krish actually is really pushing stand-up videos daily in EddieHub. So we've got a stand-up channel, and you can just type, like, today I did this, and yesterday I did this, and all the rest. But Krish and Dean and Emma and other people are doing actual like 1 minute, 30 seconds clips of them holding their phone, doing their stand up as a video rather than as text. So that's a great way to practice. Yes, their graph was missing because they haven't enabled it. It's something you have to enable. You're right, I do like that contributor kind of cross star graph thing. But yeah, public speaking is super important. Even if people don't want to speak on stage, they need to speak in a meeting at work or in an interview. I think it's really good to practice that. Let's have a look. Because you can ask, how can you solve something if you don't know anything? Because the documentation might not be very good, so you could go through the documentation. Because if someone who knows the project goes through the documentation, then they might not pick up things. Actually, they most probably won't pick up things. But someone new to the project, when they go through the documentation, they can say, well, what does this mean? Or you've gone from step 1 to step 2, but I can't see how I get from step 1 to step 2. And then usually, a lot of the time, there's a lot of steps missing. Just people assume. So as someone who's new to the project or new to tech can really add value. And that way you get to meet people, you get to network with people. It's just super, super valuable to everybody. Everything's a two-way street. Exactly. Dean's written a great answer here. And so same with Chrissy as well. Yes, your GitHub profile is not only perfect the first time you do it, but the second time you make tweaks to it, it'll be better than the first time. It's literally just got to get started. It's super, super important. Yeah, we're going to do some more public speaking stuff as well. And Twitter Spaces are great for that as well. Great to get exposure. Okay, Chris. Yes, do. Each platform has its benefits. So Discord is great for real-time chat with people, but people are in different time zones. But then, GitHub's really great for collaborating with people on more the technical stuff. And then you've got, Twitter for more of the social stuff as well. So it's good to do a little bit on, I would say, those 3 platforms. Everything does. And what's the worst thing that can happen? You click on a button, you raise an issue on GitHub or pull request, and the maintainer says, no, thank you, and closes it. You still get the green square on your profile. You still make a connection with that maintainer, and other people might read the issue or pull request and might like the idea and learn something from it. So it's literally win-win all round. The worst thing is you just create an extra notification for someone. That's fine. Obviously, don't do it too often, but if you do it at the beginning, it's fine. Dean's dropping some great tips in the chat. Okay, so has anyone submitted their project or their profile for review? Can you put the number of the issue in the chat, and I'll bring it up, and let's have a look. And I will have a drink while you're doing that. Let's give some of your projects and repos and profiles a shout out. So I need the issue number from GitHub. Who's got submission number? If not, we can pick on people. Pick on people is not a good word. That sounds really mean. If not, we can. Dean, what's your profile? Oh, looking like. Let's have a look at Dean's. So here's Dean again. Nice professional profile, even with a tie. That's pretty cool. I like the banner matches the background of the profile picture. I think is awesome, and straight away you can see what this person's about: open source, DevOps, and web. I absolutely love that, and a cheeky little AWS in there as well, which I think is really cool. Well, don't follow Dean. Let's follow Dean. Almost 1,000 followers, awesome. Got location, got the Twitter. They're part of EdiHub and other organizations as well, which I think is great. I'm not going to read all this, but this is really good. Oh, I like this. Speaks English. I like it. You've got your languages. Words per minute. That's interesting. So this looks really good. Quotes I like, and it makes it really personal, right? You're going to remember that person. So imagine you're doing an interview. Usually when you do an interview, you have your colleague there and you're interviewing the person. And when you're trying to talk to them after interviewing, say like 20 candidates, and you go, oh, you remember that person with, and you want to say something like, I don't know, the matrix banner, or the person who had quotes I like. Like, it's just something for someone to remember you. So you've got to make it personal. So making it personal is so important. And I would just say pin 4 rather than 6. Otherwise, looks good. So who else have we got? We have a look at the chat. Oh, we've got loads of numbers suddenly. I look away for like 30 seconds, loads of numbers appear. Okay, awesome. How's that poll doing, by the way? 73% said yes, 50 votes. Okay, right, let's go back to these numbers. Okay, so what have we got? Let's pick some at random. Let's have a look. Just touch my screen. Here we go, 6761. Let's have a look. So what I want to do is I want to pick on one of these and just change the number at the top. 6761. Is that a GitHub profile? Sorry, GitHub repo? It is. Okay. But is it yours? Git opener Vercel app. Oh, you're one of the contributors. Okay. I'm guessing it is yours. Okay, cool. I love it that you also Adash, you do so many helpful code reviews on a link-free project. So your profile must look actually pretty healthy. If I go back to here and have a quick peek at your profile, your contributor graph must be super healthy. Well, your code reviews are going to climb. So I see you doing lots of those. So that's awesome. So thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Okay, so let's have a look at a repo. Right, got 6 stars, 4 forks. Okay, awesome. It looks like it's a newish project. So I think the oldest file is like 2 months ago, so that's pretty good. I love it that you're using conventional commits as well. You got the green tick there, which were on one repo before. We had the red cross. Oh, what's this? This is new. Can I click it? Where'd it go? Okay, it's actually for the commit. Okay, I think that's new. Looks great. You've got 5 branches and no tags. I would suggest maybe creating some releases. And then maybe hide packages if you're not using that feature. If you're not using releases, also hide that. But I think you should use releases, either do them manually, but if you're using conventional commits, you could actually just use a GitHub action to create the release for you. That's what we do on the Eddie Hub link-free project as well. These releases we don't create, they're created for us, and then it creates the change logs as well. So when you've got a fix or a feature and so forth, it creates the messages for you. So I highly recommend doing that. You've got environments, looks good. You got your contributing guide. Okay, I'd probably put the contributing guide a bit lower down. Like, what does the project do? What's it about? I would say that's probably like the first thing. Maybe you have a description at the top. Git Opener is a learning web app if you're looking forward to get started with open source. Okay, sounds interesting. And then you've got the link to go to it, which I think is important. Other thing, if you're using project boards, if not, I would suggest hiding that. It doesn't look like you're using that. I would say hide that. And let's have a look at insights. And you've got community standards, and you've got almost a full house, which I think is super important. You've got some pull requests, 30 closed already, nice. Using issues with labels as well, some good first issues. Looks good. What do you all think? Wow, the chat's been moving fast. What have I missed? Chris has put in like 20 messages. Okay. Okay, I'll have to. You have to put in your numbers again in a minute, because I can't scroll up that far. What have I missed? How much should you write about yourself in the profile? I think keep it short, and I think with my profile and a lot of other people's, it kind of starts off short and then grows longer, and then you realize it's getting too long and you shorten it again. So it's kind of like it's a balancing game. Just again, you're never going to get it right first, second, 10th, 100th time. It's just something to tweak over and over. Okay. Eddie didn't fall for it. I fall for so many things. I'm quite gullible. So I trust you all so much. Okay. I've probably missed it already. I'm so confused. Thanks, Krish. I really appreciate it. Is this like a trick? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, cool. Yeah, have a look at that. Any questions, let us know in Discord, and someone can help. add contributors to the profile. But as people contribute, they will get added automatically. You can put it in the README, but I don't anymore because GitHub puts it on the right hand side automatically. I want other people to come and give their thoughts on the reviews. I like to give my suggestions, but I like people to also share their suggestions. So please share them in the chat, and I can bring on some guests on my live streams as well to share their thoughts as well. Oh, I didn't notice something underneath the banner, so maybe have a look. Oh, and I love the context for Dean's profile. I'm really curious what that was. I'll have a look afterwards, but great to get feedback. I think that's important. So thank you, Chrissy. Let's have a look. What have I missed? I've missed loads of numbers. Okay, I'm slowly catching up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think with jokes, this is why I don't have a memes channel on EddieHub, because jokes can be funny for one person but not funny for others. So that's why we don't have a memes channel, we have a random channel. And again, I think on our profiles to try and keep it a little bit more professional if we can. Again, I'm curious to what it was now. I have to go back on the live stream and have a look. Yeah, Dean, you're what's the word? You're mentoring so many people look up to you. So you just set a good example. Like, you're great, you're doing awesome. I love it how you're having so many community calls, so many calls with people, coffee chats and live streams. You support so many people. It's awesome. But make sure you get some rest. I know it's like super late in Australia at the moment. Thank you, I appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah, so one last thing about this is I would say one thing that will really help this repo, it looks great already, but is maybe have a screenshot at the top or an animated GIF. I think that would really help, because I don't know what it is. So, well, I know what it is. It's kind of a learning web app, but what does it look like without kind of clicking in, logging in, registering, cloning it, doing whatever? I think way above the installation at the top, like have what it looks like. I think that would help a lot. Okay, so how are we doing on thumbs up, by the way? How's the video looking? 38 thumbs up. I usually wait till I get to 50 before I review people's profiles from the chat. But you know what? We can't wait until then. So let's hope we keep climbing. I hope that helps, Adash. And again, I love your support on reviewing other people's Linkfree's profiles and pull requests. Super helpful. Thank you so much. Okay, I should have put some comments in there. I'm gonna close this now, and I'll say reviewed on live stream, and I will close that. Sorry, I'm not gonna make the notes now because so we can go on to the next one. Just conscious of time. Cool, you're welcome. Who else? Can everyone put their numbers in the chat again so I don't have to like try and scroll up? Let's have a look. Recommend something. Yes, in the I'm saying a lot today. In the EddieHub org, if you've joined, make sure you put it to public, because it will default to a member if you've joined the organization already. And then you've got getting started steps here, and then after that you can get more involved in the project. It still keep you busy for a little while, practicing the workflow, then creating your profile on Linkfree, and after that you can get more involved. You can, I want to do more pairing calls with people on Discord, so people can, contribute to features, and when I'm contributing, bug fixes and features that I'm doing, I can share my screen and people can make additional contributions from that, and so forth. So, yes, keep an eye on the event section on Discord, but also follow these steps to get started. Any questions, ask in the EddieHub help. So many awesome people to help. So let's have a look. Okay, shall we do Krish? We'll do Krish next. Okay, let's have a look. 6. Krish, are you showing more than one number? I'm so confused. No, you're doing the same number. Okay, 6766. Let's go back to here. 6766. Get a profile. Okay, let's have a look. Again, I think it's a really good photo. I think it shows personality and it's still professional and it shows energy. I think it's great. I really like the photo. I think that's awesome. You got description, and you've got followers and you're following people. You've got multiple organizations here. I think that's fine. You've got location. I love this feature. Shows what time it is for you, which I think is great. And you've got various links here too as well. And you've got organizations and you've got Eddie Hubs, extra points. Eddie points. I want to take a break soon. Can't even talk. Let's scroll up to here. So you've got this banner. The profile is quite short, so I'd say the banner's great. If someone had a longer profile, like say if I expand these now, and I know they're not expanded by default, but then I would say to someone make the banner slightly shorter, but otherwise I think it's fine. You've got more about you. I would probably say leave the more about you expanded, to be honest. I think that's pretty cool. And then yeah, these widgets, I'm not a fan of them. So yeah, having those hidden is good. If you were Eddie, click on this and close your eyes for 8 seconds. And after that, open this. I'm a bit nervous, Krish. Click on this. Oh no. Then after that, open this. Okay, you put that on your profile. That's very good. That has got to be the most epic troll ever. Very, very good. And you got 2 pinned repos. Oh, you got link free pinned. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because we are trying to do a big push, get more people contributing to open source and the link free project. So I appreciate everyone's work on this. I know you're all doing so much for this project. I really appreciate it. And Dean helping people on live streams with it, Twitter Spaces, all of you, Chris doing Twitter Spaces and live streams and videos, really appreciate it, and doing all the pull request reviews and so forth, and helping in Discord. And great that you got code reviews are nice and high. One thing about this graph is if, I think it looks more impressive if the code review, it's very hard to get this balanced, right? For everybody, including myself. But if I would recommend for anything to be the higher unbalanced one, the hardest one I think is code review. So I would highly recommend trying to always balance, make sure you've got code review, and if it's balanced towards that, that's fine. Commits is the easiest, and most people lean to the commit. So if you're heavier on the code review, or that's slightly above average, then you're going to stand out and be remembered and so forth. And I think that's really important. So, but it looks good. Hope that helps, Krish. Okay, reviewed on live stream. I should actually share the link to the live stream. That would kind of be a bit more helpful. Okay. What have we got next? Let's have a look. Wow, chat's been moving so fast. I've missed so much. How to enable. I think if you go to your profile page, you see an extra option to enable it underneath, I remember. Yeah, Dean's doing awesome. I love it. I love it how everyone picks each other up and helps each other, right? We can all succeed together. There's enough success for all of us. I think it's super important. Oh no, it's buffering. I need a new banner as well, I think. I don't even know what mine looks like, I forgot. Yeah, it does. I think, well, we could probably guess what the banner size is, and probably calculate it and get something roughly the same. AI generated photos, I don't think they're very personal. So I would say no, don't use it. I would say if you want more likely for people to respond to you, to collaborate with you, to reply to you, whatever it is, I think it needs to be a real picture. That was brilliant. Dean, don't encourage Krish. I still don't really get what Rickrolled mean, by the way. Something I need to Google and watch a YouTube video on it. Maybe because I'm too old. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get back to reviewing your profiles. Okay. Let's have a look. I'm trying to catch up with the chat, see if I miss anything. Okay. I think 3,000 is way too big for a banner. I think it's quite big. Okay, let's look at some more numbers. What have we got? Let's, yeah, maybe I'm older than old. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, not cool enough. I've been never into memes, so a lot of them I don't get. When I'm like, when you're with friends and you're kind of, I don't know, something comes up on TV or you're looking through Twitter or with a friend on your phone and they laugh. I'm like, yeah, I laugh too, and I don't know why I'm laughing sometimes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Feeling old tonight though. Okay, what have we got? Let's pick some numbers. Let's have a look. 6762. 6762. And we've got a profile. Okay. Good profile picture. I think it looks really professional. I think it's good. It looks nice. Got your name there, which I think is super important. I like this. This is good. You got the time zone thing enabled, which is great. Part of GitHub and other organizations as well, which is cool. This is interesting. I haven't seen this one before. This must be another widget, but actually one of the better widgets that I've actually seen. Can I give you a summary of the profile? Activity, repositories, community stats, and sponsors and so forth. I like it. Notable contributions. I see GitHub there. Awesome. Yeah, I've seen you do lots of reviews in our pull requests, which I think is great. This is an interesting one. I haven't seen that before. Yeah, I'll have to look at this more later on. But it looks good. That's definitely unique. It's something I'm going to remember. I guess this is one big widget rather than loads of little ones. So that's interesting. Got 4 pinned, and your GitHub is looking nice and active. Very commit heavy. Again, try to balance this out. It is hard, but try to. But I think it looks good. I don't think I can give any constructive feedback on this. What does everyone else think in the chat? Dean, I'm older than you by quite a bit. Yeah, is Dean trolling me because that's not how old he is? Thank you so much. Yeah, it's the digital nomad life really helps. The good food and the good weather definitely helps, and all you awesome people. Imran, no problem. Thanks for joining. We are going to be finishing soon, but thanks for coming to say hi. And while you're here, you can give the video a thumbs up as well. That really helps. So thank you. Okay, I think we've got. Why is someone spamming? I'm not sure. Maybe one of the mods has taken care of it already. Let me actually remove that person. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do, so should we do one more? What do you think? One more review? I think that should be good. Sarah will be happy to hear that. Okay, so 6763. Let me close this. Reviewed on live stream. There we go. What was the number? I've forgotten now. 6763. Another profile. Let's have a look. Again, good profile picture. Looks professional but fun, not too serious. When you're talking to someone on Discord or Twitter or collaborating with them on GitHub, again, it feels like a real person. You're going to get better feedback. You're going to get better collaborations. So I think that's great. You've got your sponsors enabled, which I think is awesome. Everyone should enable that. I think that's just great. That doesn't look right. Time zone 19 hours behind. I think you've put it. I don't know. It doesn't look right. Is that a bug of GitHub? Because a minute ago it worked for somebody else in India. So maybe check it out and see. Because I don't think that quite looks quite right. You're not part of GitHub. You need to join GitHub. Highly recommend. Again, I'm not a big fan of these kind of trophy widgets at the top. So I would suggest removing them in my opinion, but if you like them, keep them. Connect with you, looks good. Languages and tools you use, it's quite a lot there, it looks good. Maybe group them, I've seen people group them. And I'd say maybe remove one of these widgets, try and have like just one row of these widgets, or remove them completely. But you know, it looks good. I would say pin 2 or 4 repos, don't use the default generated popular repos. I'd say try to pin a couple. And then try to balance this out a little bit more. But it is really, really hard to do. What does everyone else think in the chat? Let's have a look. Have a great evening, Harsh. Good luck with your work. Let's have a look. Do I do a podcast? I do a podcast sometimes, but I'm more active on YouTube videos. So I do post 1 or 2 videos a week and try to live stream every week as well. But I was traveling the last week or 2, so I didn't post. Digital nomad life, some of the downside. I've got all my kit with me. Actually, Sarah took a photo and a video of behind the scenes. I'll share that on Twitter of my temporary setup in Bangkok. Okay, what does everyone else think of the profile? Yeah, UTC is always like that. I think they're the safest option because I use GMT, but that changes with summertime, so summer and winter time. So UTC is just standard all the time. I think it's really good. We had a community call like a week ago, I think. So I need to schedule another one, maybe in a few weeks' time. It'll be good. I want to do some more pairing sessions, so we're going to see what we're going to do. Twitter profile review. We're doing open source reviews this time. I'm scared to look. Shall I look afterwards? Need some more contributions. Are you offering or you want some for your project? Again, context is always important, everyone. People wonder why they send messages or they ask publicly in Discord or they ask in DMs. Don't ask in DMs, definitely ask publicly. But they ask and they wonder why they don't get a reply, and it's because the question isn't clear enough, and people don't want that whole back and forth. Like everyone's busy, right? So try and give as much context as you can. I think that's super important. Cool. Yeah, me too. I always enjoy the community call. I want to do a community call just so everyone can practice their public speaking and just get to know each other. I think that's really good. But I also want to do a call dedicated to Linkfree so people can share their feedback, ideas, suggestions. I'm trying to create a roadmap for the rest of this year, and it'll be great. I know all of you have some awesome suggestions, and the map is looking really, really good. I saw someone, I think it was Adash, posted it on Twitter today, and it was looking really, really good on the map as well. And I think this one was the busiest area, which I think is great. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he got. Is it like that? I just think that's just looks so cool. Let me zoom out a little bit. Maybe they grouped together too soon. So I just think it's so cool. Yeah, I need to have a play with this afterwards, see where everyone is. I'm going to India in 2 weeks, so I can see who I'm going to see in India as well. Not India, sorry, Japan. Oh my God, we were just looking at India, sorry. Now I got Krish back. I can say that was almost like a accidental troll. I'm not good at trolling, but yeah, saying I was going to India, I actually meant Japan. I had the map on Japan, but yeah. Okay, I think maybe it's a good time for me to stop. Cool. It's not a troll. Okay, 4356. Just for Krish. What do you think? Let's have a look. Let me close that. Close that. Let's have a look. What was the number? 4356. That's an old number, isn't it? 4356. Please check pin tweet. Oh, is this live stream? I tried it twice in one live stream, coming for a crash course. I meant to keep my mistakes quiet. um, It does. The map feature, Amanda did an amazing job on the map feature, and it's just getting started. We're going to filter by tags. And so if you're looking at location, you can sort the numbers are quite big, but maybe you want to reduce those numbers down. So yeah, that's... oh no, you always miss the community call. Okay, you're going to hopefully catch the next one. I put them in the events section in Discord, so hopefully... yes, hopefully you don't miss the next one. We'll do more as well. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Nivel, I have loads of YouTube videos on this. Go check them out. Actually, I think I have a whole playlist on how to contribute to open source. I have one on how to get started with freelancing and so forth. A whole playlist on freelancing too. I have a whole playlist on growing your Twitter audience. Lots of stuff on there. Have a watch of the ones you want. So contribute to open source. And then in the GitHub org, you can see behind me or next to me, that side, I think. That's how to get started with contributing to open source. Start on that. Chat to people in Discord, and if you have any specific questions, let us know, and I'll make videos from people's questions as well. I'll make new videos. Hopefully, I'm going to come to India this year, but no, I'm actually planning to go to Japan, I've got planned to go to Japan in 3 weeks for DevRelCon. Not only because I said India by mistake, but I meant Japan. I said I'm going to India in 3 weeks, but I actually meant Japan, so it wasn't a troll, it was a mistake. Yeah, so I will come. Nothing planned yet, but I will. Thanks all. For any ones I didn't review, I will try and do these every other week, and I will live stream every week, but try and do reviews every week to review your projects and profiles and so forth. Cool. Okay. Let's have a look. What have I missed in the chat? Yes, if you want yours reviewed, you need to create an issue. There's a link in the description below. And Chris has also shared the link in the chat as well. So then we can review it. Oh, Mario Kart in the streets. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, lots of open source videos, but I'm always keen to create more. So with feedback, I'll create a newer and updated version and so on. So give me feedback. That will be awesome. Okay, one last one. Okay, one last one. 6750. Where is it? 6750. Oh, I didn't recognize the username on YouTube. Okay, I want to pronounce this wrong. Ananya, did I pronounce it okay? Awesome contribution to the Link3 project. Yes, we will definitely do one more review for you because I really appreciate the hard work you put into your pull request, and we went back and forth quite a few times, and you really tweaked it and improved it. And then I made a pull request, and you fixed my pull request, so you reviewed it properly, so I really appreciate that. Yes, we can definitely review this for you. And we can even do one more. Again, this is why, go back to what I was saying before everyone, is having your profile picture the same across platforms is super important, because I was going to skip this, but not realizing, who it was, someone who's helped me, I want to help them as well. Everything's a two-way street, right? We're all here to support and help each other. You're all here supporting me, and I really appreciate it. So having the same profile picture and the same name will help you stand out and help people recognize you across platforms. I'm going to do even one better, and I'm going to copy this and share it in the chat, and so people can actually take a look themselves and hopefully go give the project a star as well. So let's have a look. Okay, you've got 2 stars, 6 forks, okay. You've got 5 tags. I like that. That's really good. You've got 1 branch. Branches you want to keep low, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely single digits, but tags will always increase and go forward and go up, not forward, up. So I like that. It's quite a new project. Started 3 days ago by the looks of it. Seems quite active. You've got a link to it. GitHub stats battle game. Okay, interesting. Do you have a screenshot in the README? Let's have a look. Okay. You do, okay, looks good. And how to contribute. Local environment, Git pod, looks good. hopefully you've taken some inspiration from the Linkfree project. I see some similarities, which I think is great. We should maybe have like a template that people can reuse. I think it looks great. Let's have a look at issues. So you've got labels, brilliant, I love that. So people want to get started. You've got some good first issues here as well. And you've got some suggestions, which I think is really good on how to do it. I think it looks great. Oops. And some closed issues as well. You've got an open pull request, looks good. Discussions are open, so people can chat. You're using GitHub Actions as well, so that is great. Let's have a look at insights. So community standards, that's full house, that looks awesome, great work. I wonder what GitHub Actions you're using. If we can suggest any, maybe you're using the releases one, that looks quite good. Yeah, you're using releases and linter, looks great. Maybe you could also add Playwright for automated browser testing, and then you could add that to a GitHub action as well. But then this looks, for a project that's just started, this looks really good. And great to see you've got some contributors already. What does everyone think? Let me have a look at the chat and see what we did. The map feature is amazing. Cool, yeah. Dean, I'm waiting for you to join us in Asia, and we'll definitely do that. You're welcome. Hopefully you'll contribute more to Linkfree again. I think you started contributing to the other some of the other EdiHub projects, like Good First Issue and so forth. So whatever you want to do is great. So thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. And you put your link up here again for people who want to see. Do you do Linkfree profile reviews? Yes, we do have a template on issues. When people submit an issue if I go back here, and then if I go new, they have got Linkfree review. So yes, they can submit a Linkfree review, and they can do that. So yeah, they can do that. I think that'd be quite interesting to see people, especially as we add more customization to Linkfree. Then it'd be good to see how people customize it and so on. No idea what I'm watching, but this is interesting. Thank you so much. Tell us a bit about yourself in the comments. We're gonna stop soon, but I'd love to learn a bit more about you. Are you in tech? If you are, what area? If you're not, what area? Just super interesting. Yeah, I will probably do specific live streams maybe for Linkfree. I don't know. We'll have to have a see how it goes. But no, thanks for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. So no, thanks for the suggestion, Dean. We should do more Linkfree ones. It's a great way to drive more traffic to Linkfree, more people using it, more ideas and features. You are welcome. CodeGen, I have to have a look at that. I haven't seen that feature. Thank you so much, Dean. That's going to be super helpful. Oh, did I review Dean's as well? Okay. I hope, oh, I clicked on the wrong one. No, I clicked on the wrong one again. Here we go. This is the one I kept on moving each time I was trying to click it and bring it on screen. Hoka can be an open source advocate in the future. You're already doing so well, so I think you definitely will. So yes. I look forward to geeking out more as well on open source. I'm a music producer. Awesome. Ran from Twitter. Growth video. Oh, thank you so much. Well, thanks for coming to say hi. Really appreciate it. We've got a few people here. I think Dean's really into music. Yeah, Dean's also a coder. But yeah, there's definitely some overlap. Well, thanks for coming to say hi. And if we can help with anything, if you're building yourself a website for your music, then you can always ask for help. Make sure it's open source, and then people can also contribute to it and help you improve it as well. If it's not on GitHub or not open source, it doesn't exist for me. Actually, that should be a good tweet for me to say that. If it's not open source on GitHub, the project doesn't exist. See, I love that. I told you, this is Dean, by the way. Dean's another music person. How much do you read? I don't get myself reading big. I don't read big articles and blog posts. I watch more YouTube videos. That's why I say when people, if they do a blog, if they could do a YouTube video version of the blog, I would much prefer it. I watch it at like 2 speed usually, but I have to really focus. It's going that fast. So cool. Okay. Manish, oh, I didn't give you a shout out before. Thank you so much for joining. I need to drop off now as well. It's time for my bed. It's late here in Bangkok. My time zone is always changing. Listen, thank you all so much for joining. I really appreciate it. It's always great to geek out with you. And I look forward to geeking out with you next time on a live stream. But also don't forget, we have the Eddie Hub Discord where we geek out every day with each other. Link is in the description below. And yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. Make sure you get some rest and relax. And I will chat with you soon. Yeah, I hope you had a great time. I had an awesome time. Bye, everyone. Wait a second, I thought I'd come back. I just saw Karuna enter the chat. Karuna, you came right at the end of the live stream, but thank you so much for popping in at the end. But yes, hopefully next time you can start sooner. I haven't geeked out with you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So it came back just on for you, Karuna. No worries. Right, I'll bring the holding screen back up again, and I will end the stream this time. But I'll let a few of you chat in the chat. But Karuna, hopefully I get to see you in the Eddie Hub Discord as well. Okay, great weekend, everyone. Bye.